explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, it's Gibson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down. That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He was brought down by a team hit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Tackle made by Chase Young.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught by Mooney. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And it's caught. And And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score. And trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first down.
Here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. At
Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled at the
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings?
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Bears 7, Washington nothing.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Washington.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
Washington.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because...
No, bottled up. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Michael Badgley lining up.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
The wide receiver.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
4-yard line.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Jonathan Allen.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Good. Makes the score Bears 21, Washington nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Blowing that play up for Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Bears 28, Washington nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field to the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd
and we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bears 35. Washington nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. An 8-yard pickup. And a Washington 1st down.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Bears 42, Washington nothing. Mike Batchley set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Thomas. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he will have a 1st down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Push him back.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears add on.
The kick is good.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Badgley now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better. And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Rolling to his right, and he finds Montgomery complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They're on the 19-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. All day, baby, all day.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Washington.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. 51.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Off to Thomas on the left side.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On play action, they'll throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
51 Mike.
Now again, right side, Gibson. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And some room to maneuver.
Oh, you got to
he
feel it,
will
baby.
get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And it really came together with a good week of practice.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And some room to roam now. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So this one in the